Hello my dear friends, this is Ritu and welcome to my channel. I'm making a recipe. You might think it is almost the same which I did before, but definitely it is a bit different and whole lot tastier than anything else. This is again one of the favorite ones of my daughter, as she is so fond of ladyfinger, that's bamia or bhindi or okra, and those who are fond of okra are really, they love it, because even as a child I used to love bhindi. But this is another variety we do make and so easily brought together at home. So let me run you through the ingredients. First of all, in a kadai I have some oil for frying, and then I have in another pan a little bit oil for the tempering. Then I have around 4 onions and I've sliced them. I have around half kilo of okra. Okra, you need to wash it thoroughly, then you need to dry it, and then you need to spread it on a cloth, kitchen towel or something, and air dry it for maybe an hour or so. It should be completely dry, otherwise it becomes very starchy. And then I have for tempering, I have asafoetida, a pinch, cumin seeds, salt to taste, and red chili powder. In the spice level, it's the bare minimum going in. So let's start with the recipe. So this is the first step. What I'm going to do is on a very high heat now, as the oil is heating, I'm going to add the onion. I'm going to add half of it, then I'll add the other half. And in this pan I'm going to add for tempering. As I always say, we start cooking on a high heat and then we lower it down to the level we need it to be. So I've added asafoetida and cumin seeds to the oil. Traditionally in UP, these recipes are made in mustard oil, but I am doing it in regular sunflower seed oil. Cumin is turning brown, and at this stage we add the ladyfinger, bhindi, and like any green vegetable, it needs to be cooked uncovered. The second thing that goes in is the salt to taste and a good mix, because that is what is going to aid in the cooking process, as the salt will help release the moisture in the vegetables. Moving on to this side, I have the onions frying. The bhindi is cooking at high heat. And this sort of stir frying also helps in retaining the color of the vegetable. It is still on high heat, 2 minutes on. But as we start getting this color, I hope you can see, this is the stage I'm going to lower the flame. I hope you can see this one also here. So at this stage I'm going to bring it down to the lowest, and then it continues cooking. Now moving on to the onions. This is the stage I it off and I drain this batch, and then I put the other batch again into the oil for frying. So here I have my first batch, and here again on a high flame I add the second batch. Moving on to the ladyfinger, which is cooking on a very low flame now, the lowest you can manage, and then with a gentle hand, always from the edge, go down, turn it. Don't touch it from here, touch it from the outer edge. Bring it in, push it back, go down, bring it forward, push it back, and gently stir the whole thing. This is my second batch, which is almost ready. What I don't want is a lot of brown, just a slight, and you need to be so careful, because for it to go from this stage to some brown and a lot of brown takes barely any time. So at this stage I'm going to switch off the flame and I drain it out of the oil. So now I move on to the next step, that is slightly raise the heat now, because now I stand here next to my curry, vegetables, and then what I do is I just see the color of the onion, which is not to be too brown, and there is some oil in it also, not too much. This was my first batch, which became a bit more brown. And good mix. I'm still not going to cover up the pan, and on a medium heat, because I'm standing next to it, and let it cook for another minute or so, because it is already done, and still have one more ingredient to add to this dish. Minute has gone by and everything is well combined, and the last thing I do is sprinkle some chili powder. My spice level is mild, so I usually add only half a teaspoon. This is something I pamper my child with, because otherwise she has no tantrums in the house. I won't eat this, I will not eat this, I don't want this, I want this, nothing like that. Only thing she doesn't like is chili, so my spice level is always on the milder side. Control the spices according to your taste. If you want, you can add a bit more, but and this is the last stage. After this I switch off the gas, give it a good mix, and transfer the whole thing into a serving bowl. This dish goes, this particular sabji goes very well with dal rice, paranthas, chapatis, and as I said, some people also like it in a sandwich also. So eat it according to the way you like it. I hope you enjoyed this recipe as much as I like always bringing these beautiful ingredients together in a very delicious recipe. Bye for now and take care.